Okay, I probably got that wrong. Yeah, do not dial 1-900 numbers. Ever. With that, there we go. Okay. Let's give this a shot. Overland Pond was certainly full of wonders. I grew up here, so I'm pretty well versed in them. There was this square mile field that was full of weeds, all overgrown in yellow, gnats and flies buzzing all around. You could sit down in there and you'd be completely concealed. Nobody on the sidewalk is going to see you, and nobody driving up Quivera or West 111th could see you either. You could probably whack off in there if you wanted to. I tried once after finishing a shift at Subway, but the bugs kept getting in my ears, throwing me off my game. The storm drainage tunnels behind Cobbler Park, me and Eduardo found out if you head into them and make 2 left turns, you come to a sewer drain that has a clear view of my house. We smoked weed from a 7-Up can from that spot. This is already great. Some old man walked by and started shouting, "Fire! There's a fire in the sewer," and we ran right out of there. But there was one thing that wasn't so wonderful. 1-900 Gary. It started as a joke in our group about this dude who used to live in the neighborhood. His name was, you guessed it, Gary. Dude loved his name. He had one of those nameplate necklaces, you know, like in Ratchet Girl culture. Gary in 14-karat gold in a dainty little cursive font. Gary vanity license plate. Even his phone number was 555 Gary. I didn't even think you could do that. It wasn't just his name he was proud of, though. He also liked to show off his body. Oh, great. What's up, Malinor? Hopefully I got that right. Yo, what's up, Sentry? Yeah, all is good. All is good. Feeling a bit better now. I think it was something I ate. So he likes to show off his body. Nary a Saturday afternoon would pass when you wouldn't see Gary hosing down his sport utility vehicle, wearing nothing but a Speedo, shades, his Gary nameplate, and a smile. One of our friends, Sean, made a bit of a hobby out of making prank telephone calls to 555 Gary. He'd call up and say, "Is this 1-900 Gary for all my Gary needs?" Or some crap like that. Gary would get so pissed, and Sean would record his reaction and email it to us. He'd do this in the middle of the night, mind you. None of us found Sean's calls particularly clever, but it was funny listening to Gary getting all worked up. He'd say things like, "Boy, I am gonna get you in my trap, and there'll be no escape. Because when you mess with Gary, you're playing with fire." One day at school, Sean told us he was going to make the best Gary call yet. He asked us to all be online at midnight so he can make it a conference call. He really wanted us to hear this for some reason. But at midnight, press enter to interact with objects, escape, and it's pretty much the same. Hold shift to lightly jog. Is this going to be sticky keys? Try examining everything at different times. You never know what you might find. This game has multiple endings. Don't be afraid to try different approaches, but be sure to save your game first. Alright. Upon closer inspection, I noticed a small amount of soil on the floor around Waldorf's pot. I need to remember to start putting the newspapers down again. Waldorf the plant, possibly my soulmate, but he's not very cuddly. Waldorf, shame on you. This is my favorite poster. It's balls of all shapes and sizes. Lovely. There's a book here, Scary Stories, The Telephone Repairman. Maybe I should give it a quick skim. Why not? Does it say telephone repairman across my chest? He asked me, motioning from his right nipple to his left with a stubby index finger. It didn't say anything across his chest. He was wearing a striped shirt. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to answer, so I left the office. I stepped inside the ladies' room, ducking into a cubicle and sitting on the porcelain throne, preparing for my morning sob sesh, as Cosmo calls it. The tears don't come at first like all good things. They come to those who wait, those who concentrate. I remember when I was 5 and my dad said I couldn't stay up to watch Married with Children. I remember the end of My Girl 2. I remember the time I tried to buy Illusion of Gaia, but it was sold out. It's around then that I realize all my sad memories are solely reliant on intellectual properties and my tears begin to flow. Freely, like the river of time, my howling sobs echoing against the cubicle walls in a dizzying demonstration of bathroom acoustics. How liberating, how re-energizing, and so good for the skin. I rub my eyes and cheeks in circular motions, giving myself a salty facial. I'll be the envy of the Elks Club for sure. I regain my composure and step out of the restroom. A woman stands across the room pouring Alpen into a bowl. She's looking in my direction, and she's looking disturbed at that. I twist my reddish face into a smile and wave. I won't lose my job over this. That was spooky. My goodness. Yo, what's up, High Dragon? I've created games in the past, but I've never published anything. There's a book here, Scary Stories, The Haunted Cowpoke. Maybe I should give it a quick skim. Yeah, why not? It was a foggy night in Dodge City when the cowpoke rode into town. Fog was uncommon in Dodge, but there it was, plain as day. The cowpoke didn't pay no mind, though. All he needed was to wet his whistle. He dismounted his horse, hitching him to the bike rack outside of Senor Frog's. "You're a fine steed, Marcus," he said to the beast as he gently patted its rump. As he made his way into the saloon, the jingle of his spurs and the click-clack of his stiletto heels turned the head of every patron in the joint. The cowpoke didn't pay no mind, though. All he needed was to wet his whistle. With a mighty sigh, the cowpoke sat himself down on top of the counter. "Say, bub," he bellowed jovially to the bartender, "how about you set me up with a sarsaparilla?" The bartender looked up and gave a sour frown. "No can do, chum." The cowpoke removed his hat and mopped his brow with a cocktail napkin. He was getting very thirsty by this point. "Well, why not?" "Because," replied the bartender, "we don't serve ghosts." That was spooky. My goodness. Maybe I should just go to bed. No. I decided to stay up for a little bit longer so as not to miss a conference call. Home Shopping Network is on. It's my favorite. Well, I just finished reading all that literature, so let's go to bed first. I had a most peculiar dream that night. In the dream, I had a job interview at a video rental shop. As an employee was leading me to the interview room, I remarked, "Hey, good thing I don't have any piercings or tattoos, huh? I guess I'm a shoo-in." When we entered the back room, I heard a gurgling sound coming from behind a plastic curtain. The employee pulled it back to reveal a fat, naked man sprawled on a bed with a long-haired, thin man pressed tightly against his flabby chest. "Boss, you're supposed to be interviewing this gentleman," the employee exclaimed. The fat man gurgled, "Not now, I'm drunk." And that's when I woke up. The next day was relatively uneventful, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I was forgetting something. Ending 1, a good night's sleep. Nobody, Chimera, I did it to myself. Well, that was a great game. Okay. Should we actually do the thing that we have to do? I opened the closet to find my clothes. Okay, let's check out this computer then. Connecting. Welcome to OOL. Taco Lover has entered the chat. Butt Blaster 84. Sup, Taco? Yo. Looks like we are all here. Where's the man of the hour? He'll be here soon enough. Sean never misses an opportunity to mess with Gary. Yeah, you just go to bed and hey, that's it. It's like 1 a.m. I don't think Sean is coming. This blows, goats. I'm going to bed. Alright, guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. What the heck? Darn it, must have been a power surge. I was just going to go to bed, but I should probably reset the breaker in the basement. I can access the basement via the kitchen. Said to like check everything at different times, but I think I don't need to. Yeah, I'm still gonna be playing this during Halloween, I'm pretty sure. Don't go through my closet. Sorry, I'm going through all your shit here, lady. There's a book here, The Cursed Milkshake. Maybe I should give it a skim. Dude, I want to read about a milkshake. There are plenty of places to get a good milkshake in this town. Dairy King, Bucklebee's, even Big Lamar's Milkshakes off I-35. But there's one place I'd recommend you avoid. Just west of South Lake Park lies a rundown old mini-mall. It has all the usual things that you'd expect to find. Chickadee trophies, Apollo wigs, and a liquor store just called Liquor Store. At the end of the strip, though, is a small shop with no name. Its windows are so dark with tobacco stains you can't see inside, but a sign hanging on the door reads open 24/7. When you step inside, you'll be greeted by the owner, a small, rotund fellow named Herbert. They say he's a voodoo practitioner from Branson. Herbert sells nothing but milkshakes of different flavors. He asks you to pick a flavor and pay an exact change only. If you select a strawberry milkshake, you'll simultaneously combust. If you select a blueberry milkshake, all your blood will drain from your body. If you ask for anything else, Herbert will request that you leave. I don't know what happens if you don't have exact change. That was toe curling. The Chefronomicon? Have you been invited to a potluck dinner? Before you accept this gracious honor, make sure you've decided on a suitable dish to bring. One quick, easy, and cost-effective option is the deviled egg. These bright and cheerful embryonic ovals are known to put a smile on everybody's face, and they'll disappear faster than an emaciated corpse in the presence of circling vultures. Deviled eggs are so ingrained into our culture that they have become a symbol of unending love. They are particularly popular on Valentine's Day. I feel a dense throbbing in the center of my brain. Continue reading? Oh, Jesus. Maybe I'm gonna die. Why not? Recipe for deviled eggs. Hard boil the eggs, cut them lengthway, mustard, mayo, paprika, egg yolk, mustard, mayo, paprika, egg yolk. I don't really remember what else happened that night. It couldn't have been very important. A few weeks later, it was Sean's funeral. It was a beautiful memorial, and Gary gave a touching eulogy. It was really nice of him to let bygones be bygones. I brought a plate of my signature deviled eggs. They went like hotcakes. The secret is to add a pinch of Tabasco to the egg yolks. Also, don't use too much mayo, otherwise they're just runny and gross. Nice. What's up, Nafun? I guess another ending. You learn a recipe about making deviled eggs, and then the game ends. Okay. I'm gonna save right here. There we go. Okay, we did the deviled egg thing. You're being a creepo, knock it off. See that Lacey's got her Christmas wardrobe on display. Don't diss my clothes. Don't go through my closet. What's the deal? The power just went out all of a sudden. Spooky. Okay. Store leads to my parents' bedroom. After dark, horrors beyond one's wildest imagination take place in there. Oh, sure, why not? And the bizarre light enveloped me, blinding my eyes and dissolving my skin. It was over in an instant. I found myself floating in a void of nothingness. Beyond comprehension. Nice. That's the best ending. Well, I obviously could not unsee. It burned my eyes out. Okay. My reflection stares back at me from the mirror. Cool. Don't forget to wipe. Tub is empty, save for a few stray hairs and beads of moisture. Okay. Oh, okay. That's the way to the bedroom. Dude, sick house. I can't believe I'm walking on top of the garage right now. Okay, might as well go into the kitchen then. Telephone? Phone's dead too? Man, what a pain. If I don't get the power back on soon, all my fudgicles will melt. With the power out, I can't use the oven. Alright. Why do they have just random barrels in there? I open the box to find 100 toilet cleaner diskettes. That seems a bit excessive. Shall I take one with me? Sure, why not? Slip a toilet diskette into my pocket. You never know when a toilet hygiene disaster may strike. Let's just give that a big ol' save. Here's the fuse box. No matter how many times I flip the circuit breaker, the power just won't come back on. The phone? It's no use. This is pointless. Oh my god, stop this awful noise, please. Hello? You've reached 1-900 Gary. For all your Gary needs. You're through to the big man himself. Ask about Gary. Life is life, death is death, Gary is Gary. Boy, I am gonna get you in my trap. And there will be no escape, because when you mess with Gary, you're playing with fire. Oh crap, I quickly slam the receiver down. Does this mean Gary knows where I live? What does he want with me? He should be after Sean. What's that sound? It's Gary again. Yo, what's up, Commander? Big random table. Dude, I'd love to have a garage exploit. I don't even know what is it, that sound? It's no use. It's Gary's big old man gut. Whoa! This doesn't look good. That awful sound seems to be coming from within the toilet. I better be prepared. The mirror's been smashed. 1,000 mouths frown back at me. Dude, what's in the bathtub? Is it like PT? Is there like a baby in there? Time and a place for a bubble bath, and it ain't here right now. Look into the toilet bowl. It seems unusually dark. In fact, it's pitch black in there. Except, I think I can see something gold glittering within the bowl. Oh, God. Just give me a second to save my game here. You never know when you're gonna become the deceased. Talk to the toilet. Reach into the toilet. Throw the cleansing diskette. Well, let's talk to the toilet first. Is somebody in there? Gotcha. Dressed in his favorite Speedo, sunglasses, and nameplate necklace, Gary stepped out of his front door and took a deep breath. That's a smooth summer wind, he beamed, the perfect weather to wax the Gary-mobile. As he began to buff the hood of his prized automobile, a man approached him. Gary didn't know the man's name, but he recognized him as a neighbor. My son's been missing since last night, said the man, with a pained expression on his face. You haven't seen him, have you? Gary looked at the man with a concerned expression. Can't say that I have, neighbor. I'm sure sorry to hear that. I'll sure keep my eyes peeled for your boy. Say, ain't that the third kid who's gone missing in the past few weeks? Gary asked the man. Fourth. You don't think there's a predator around, do you? Gary smiled at the man. Here, in Overland Pond? This here's a nice neighborhood. Assuming the worst ain't gonna help you much. I'm sure your boy's out there safe and sound. Probably just didn't want to eat his broccoli. The man returned Gary's words with a pained smile. You're right. You're probably right. I'll keep looking. Thank you for your help. You just keep a cool head, sir, and you'll find your boy. As the man walked away, Gary began wiping down his headlights. He was going to have the cleanest car in the cul-de-sac, and the babes were going to love him for it. Nice. That feel when you have a 7-word essay due in 13 seconds and you're watching spiky-haired anime man talk to a toilet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the tough life right there. Okay. Let's try that again. Throw the cleansing diskette into the toilet. With a mighty splash, I pitched the toilet cleansing diskette into the bowl. No. With the dark power dispelled, I flushed the toilet. All my fears swirl away down the drain in a clockwise spiral. It turns out the call was coming from inside the bowl. I'm not sure how Gary got in there. In fact, I'm not even sure what Gary was. The very next day, a foreclosed sign was posted outside Gary's house. The neighbors think he ran away in the night, but I knew what really happened. I don't think I'll ever fully understand the events of that fateful night, but I've got some advice for all you kids out there. Don't be a dick. You might just summon an unfathomable horror into your bathroom. Yeah. What were we talking about? Hey, who wants a fudgicle? True end cleansed. Dude, nice. What a great game.
That's it?
What?
That's it?
That is it. That's the video game. You get a toilet cleanser and you cleanse that ungodly thing.
God damn.
Until all of your troubles are gone. That was one good game.
I thought it was a horror game.
An attention deficit horror disorder game. Thanks for playing. Well, there you have it. That was 1-900 Gary. Well, now I gotta rate it. Okay, so, Dialogue and story, yeah, we're gonna have to go and give that a 5 out of 5. Music and audio, obviously a 5 out of 5. Unique, wow, most unique game I've ever played, 5. Graphics and art, 5. Overall opinion, 5.
No.
There you go. 5 out of 5. Okay, but if we're to be real now,
Yeah.
dialogue and story. Well,
2.
that basically, there was nothing. Pretty much nothing. I don't know. I give it a 2, I guess. Because it was kind of funny. Because Gary seemed like a funny guy. I like him. He's funny. Music and audio. Well, there was hardly anything there either. I kind of like this main theme, though. It's kind of nice, I guess. I'll give it like a 2. Gameplay and uniqueness. Well,
1.
yeah, there's like nothing. I don't know. There was like basically nothing. The graphics, though, were pretty good. I kind of liked them. They were like the best part. I hadn't really seen those kind of graphics before. I don't know if those were custom or not, but they weren't too bad. I'd give that one a 3. I like the garage door that you could walk across. That one was nice. Overall opinion, man, I don't even know. I'm kind of caught between a 1 and a 2 here.
Yeah.
What do I give that? Do I feel generous or no?
Effort.
A 1?
Yeah. I expected more
Well,
from Gary.
well, we got a lot of endings out of Gary. His summer vacation. Two would be the average, yeah. No. But, I mean, did we really hear any other music other than this? I don't think we did we? I mean, it was kind of creepy. At least it was creepy. I would give that like a 1.5 if I could. I would give it a 1.5. But yeah, so 1900 Gary. Hope you all enjoyed. Let's move on, shall we?